Good morning, everyone. I'm Delsie Hill, a priest at the Center of Light in Huntsville, Alabama. We welcome you to our podcast this morning. Thank you for tuning in. I've lit these candles already, but I'm dedicating this one is to the Father, the Mother, and Nancy.
And to the Holy Spirit.
Okay. This flame is dedicated to Australia and to the Center of Light down under, where Wendy Jordan is the director of that center. I'm dedicating this flame to Archangel Michael, who has presence over this time of the year. I'm dedicating this flame to friendship. That's something I'm doing my service on today. I dedicate this flame to the diamond platinum ray, which is the ray that we are working under at this particular time. The first song Nancy will be doing is In the Silence.
In the silence, there is a sacred place, a secret meeting place. Love is there. In the silence, where every color blends and every rainbow ends, good is there. In the light, now you find that you know peace of mind. In the silence, your path is paved in gold, and every dream unfolds. Love is there. Peace is there. Truth is there. God is there.
The first decree is the great invocation. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. may Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out. And may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. My next decree is, I am a channel. We are all channels for energy. So try the best you can to make your energy good and happy and full of love. I am a channel of love, will, and service. I am a gatekeeper of universal energy. I stand with the masters of light against the forces of darkness. My next decree is affirmation of the disciple. I am a point of light within a center light, a greater light. I am a strand of loving energy within the stream of law divine. I am a point of sacrificial fire, focused within the fiery will of God, and thus I stand. I am a way which men may achieve. I am a source of strength enabling them to stand. I am a beam of light shining upon their way, and thus I stand. And standing thus revolve, and tread this way the ways of men, and know the ways of God, and thus I stand. I have a little saying I'd like to read for you this morning to start with. What you allow in you is what comes out of you. Joy is best when shared. Happiness is found in now, not in the past you long for or regret, not in the imagined or hoped for future, but in the now that determines both. Friends help friends and feel good about themselves. I'm going to talk today about friends and friendship. What defines a friend to you or to anyone? Someone who laughs at the same jokes, cries at the same movies, and will never divulge your secrets, even when tempted with alcohol or chocolate. A true friendship is someone who has your back no matter what. They watch out for you and ensure you are not in danger. They will never purposely lead you into making decisions that aren't good for you. A true friend will always have your best interest at heart. Good friends will accept you for who you are during good and bad times in your life. Good friends will be honest with their opinion. Even though you might not like the answer you get, you can always count on that. Some of our friends have been with us from a very young age. Then there are those at the first meeting you feel that you've known them forever, and you want to continue to know them the rest of your life. I went to a small school in Tennessee, and I started first grade with a group of people, and I actually graduated with just about all the same people I started first grade with, and that is very unusual. After graduation, most of them would leave home, leave the state, and come back. And they never really came back, so we lose that connection. But now, because of the internet and Facebook, we can reconnect with all of them. And that's something that I have done, being at home so much. Reached out to find people that I got to thinking about that I had known from my hometown. I read an article about two men that were in the war together. And after the war, they became very good friends. And after the war was over, they went their separate ways. They lived in different parts of the United States. But each Christmas they would send each other a Christmas card. But what they did was they sent the same card back and forth to each other and just signed it and dated it. This continued on until one passed away. And then his wife actually continued the tradition until she passed away. And they had a picture of the card to be able to see it, and it got down to the point where all they could put was little tiny initials on the card. There were so many signatures and so many dates on it. We've all met people that instant something just clicked, and it was instant friendship. They became your best teacher, whose worst critic, your honest reflection, because that's what friends do. They reflect back to you things about your own self. You might not always like their opinion, but you always knew you could count on exactly what they told you, because it was always coming from their heart. I've heard a lot of people say that their grown children have become their best friend. And I have that with me. My daughter has become my best friend. And my stepdaughter has become a very good friend to me. So many people have jobs that have taken them around the world. You make friends from all types of countries and cultures. This type of exposure has opened our minds and our hearts in accepting things. Whether we like war or not, that's some of what war has done for us. It's opened those kind of doors that we would have never opened ourselves. We all have that one group that from the first time you met them, you knew you had found your tribe. For most of us, that is our church. I think that's what has happened here at the Center of Light. From the first day I walked in the door, I was welcomed with a smile and a greeting and said, "Come on in, have a seat. You're welcome here all the time." And then you end up finding yourself being here all the time. We came together with the same mindset and beliefs. Then our whole point was to grow and grow from there. And after a while, all of us become our extended family. I know everybody. I know their family. I know what happens in their family. We've all had to stay at home now for a long time and depended on the internet. Well, that has been a grace saver, I think, for so many people, being able to open that door. Sometimes I think you let those walls down and you go, you know, maybe what happened in the family wasn't as bad as I thought it was. So you reach out and you try to become the friend that maybe you hadn't always been. That opened a door for your heart and you. It opened a door for the other person's heart and them. So now you're able to reconnect, start with small talk, and then go on and talk about what it was that separated the two of you, and be able to heal that wound for both of you. We're always connecting. Everywhere we go, we connect. Go to the mall, you connect with someone. You sit down, have lunch, someone's sitting at the table next to you, and you start to talk. And you realize maybe you have more in common than you think you do. I think that's what a lot of the world is seeing now. We all have more in common with each other than we ever imagined we could have. Doesn't matter what color we are, what religion we are, we're still a part of the human society. And that is the point of where we're getting now, having an understanding of who and what we really are. We're just humans in a human body. We're just souls in a human body having a human experience at this particular time in life. And now Nancy will close us today with The Rose, which is an absolutely beautiful song.
Delsie usually comes to me and asks, what do you think would go with this theme or that, whatever she's talking about. And I got to thinking about the rose because it invites us to be vulnerable. And if we can't be vulnerable, we're not going to be a very close friend because we're not letting people in. So I chose the rose for that aspect of what it offers. Some say love, it is a river that drowns the tender reed. Some say love, it is a razor that leaves the soul to bleed. Some say love, it is a hunger, an endless aching need. I say love, it is a flower, and you, its only seed. It's the heart afraid of breaking that never learns to dance. It's the dream afraid of waking that never takes the chance. It's the one who won't be taken, who cannot seem to give, and the soul afraid of dying that never learns to live. When the night has been too lonely and the road has been too long, and you think that love is only for the very, very lucky and the strong, just remember, in the winter, far beneath the bitter snow, lies the seed that with the sun's love in the spring becomes the rose.
As I return these flames today, I ask that you look inside of your heart and send as much love as you possibly can to all of your friends near and friends that you haven't seen or talked to for years. Let go of any animosity or regrets that you might have had. Pick up that phone, make that phone call. You'll never regret reconnecting. Thank you very much for joining us today.